Last time we talked about the grind, when you're nailing your process but you're not seeing the results. A slump. We see it in baseball, we see it in real life. You will experience slumps in life. This is normal. What's also normal is to play the victim during these times and to feel like, nothing is working, so I may as well give up and feel sorry for myself. Now I know that sounds harsh and I don't mean it to be. It's just human nature. When we feel like nothing is working, learned helplessness sets in and we simply stop trying. Again, this is normal, but normal in this case is not a good thing. At least when it comes to working towards our goals. This is the part of goal setting that we don't like to talk about. Discouragement and frustration. When you're working hard, but falling short. Maybe you're falling short in terms of results or in terms of your consistency. That hurts. It hurts way more than if you didn't try in the first place. Now let me state the obvious. When we don't try, we don't have to feel discouraged. Now another way of saying that is when we do try, we often feel discouraged and frustrated. When we put effort towards our goals, we often feel discouraged. We need to know that going in. We need to expect that. Let me define how I want you to think about discouragement and frustration. I want you to think about these feelings as precursors to relentlessness. In fact, you can't be relentless unless you're experiencing negative emotions. Relentlessness requires that you move past negative emotion, that discouragement, that frustration, into action. Now, relentlessness and resilience, these are qualities that are highly regarded when it comes to human achievement. We've all heard these terms before. We've heard them in reference to amazing people and amazing feats of human achievement. We know we want to be relentless and resilient. We know these are good things, but we often forget that these things don't feel good until we're through them. They feel like discouragement and frustration until we're on the other side working toward a solution. But how good does it feel when we've gotten through that hard thing or that slump and we recognize that we've been relentless? Having been relentless feels good. Being relentless doesn't feel good. Let me say that again. Having been relentless, being on the other side of it feels good. Being in a situation that requires relentlessness and actually being relentless feels hard. It feels like discouragement. It feels like frustration. So let's get more of a head start to dealing with our discouragement and frustration next time it comes around. I just want you to ask yourself, what am I relentless about? What is that thing I'm working toward that leads me to feel discouraged or frustrated at times? Now, this has been different things for me in my life, but right now that thing is working on the business part of my business. Sometimes it feels easy, like I have to do very little work for clients to find me. Sometimes it feels like a grind. It feels discouraging. It requires relentlessness. What is it for you? Is it your business? Is it the workout routine that you're trying to get consistent on? And you take 2 steps forward and 1 step back, or even 2 steps forward and 2 steps back. Maybe it's your phone use. You're trying to cut down your social media and you made progress for a bit and then fell back off track. Discouragement. What is one thing I can do that could help improve this? Relentlessness. That question is the Relentless Solution Focus tool. What's one thing I can do that could help improve this? Discouragement, relentlessness. Discouragement, relentlessness, discouragement, relentlessness. As many times as it takes. Just take a second now and identify what is it that you are relentless about. This will make it easier to handle discouragement and frustration when they come. Not if they come, when they come. In fact, I challenge you. The next time you feel discouraged about that thing you're working on, give yourself a huge pat on the back. That means you're doing it. You're putting yourself in the position to experience discouragement. You're working towards something. Most people give up when they experience discouragement or frustration. You dig in. That is relentlessness.